Why did the Padres not sign Kodai Senga? Because I saw the reaction on Twitter when the deal came out. It was like 575. Padres could have done that. 15 million a year. We should have done that. Why didn't they sign him? Well, I think some of the reasons why were because the Padres couldn't control some of these reasons, maybe. Um, some of them they could control. Didn't want to give him the opt-out, maybe. I mean, we don't know that for sure. Maybe they offered him less money. Maybe they didn't want to give him a no-trade clause because there's a no-trade clause in this contract as well. And so what if they wanted to trade him after a couple years because he stinks and he can't adjust to big league hitters? You know, what happens if he opted out after 3 years? Padres might not have wanted that because you got to remember, you have Darvish as a free agent at the end of this season. You have Snell as a free agent at the end of this season. Like, those two could go, and now you're looking at a much thinner rotation. You have to go find other pieces to fill that. So if they were going to bring someone in like Kodai Senga, they wanted that guy to be there for the whole Musgrove contract, maybe. Maybe that's what they wanted. And they were like, no, we're already handing out opt-outs to Nick Martinez. Like, you don't get an opt-out here. Like, we want the control here. Maybe that's what prevented it. Maybe Senga just thought that the Mets were the best fit. We know earlier this offseason, he was visiting with the Mets, the Diamondbacks, I think the Mariners, the Padres, the Dodgers. I want to say the Diamondbacks were in there as well. So he was visiting with a lot of different teams, and a lot of teams were giving their pitches. Maybe he felt the most comfortable with the Mets. Maybe he felt the most comfortable with the Mets because of recent moves that they have made. They already have Scherzer there. They brought in Verlander to replace DeGrom. Those are two leaders. You know, the attention's going to be on them, right? Most of the attention. They brought in, who'd they bring in? Not Taijuan Walker, Quintana. They brought in Quintana as well. Senga might be the 3-starter ahead of Quintana, but Quintana's another big league veteran, right? They have Carrasco. Like, they have a really, really solid rotation. I know the Padres do as well, but maybe he wanted to be somewhere that didn't have, like, Darvish on the roster. Maybe we were putting too much into that Darvish-Senga relationship where, you know, Senga looked up to Darvish, but I was kind of looking at it as, okay, this might be a big advantage for the Padres. Like, maybe Senga really wants to play with you, Darvish, but maybe he didn't want to be compared to Darvish on the same team. I'm making up reasons here. I'm just trying to ask why he didn't come to the Padres. It might have come down to money. We don't know if the Padres have offered more money, or if they offered more money to Senga than the $75 million. If they were really interested in him, I would think that they would have at least given him 5 for 75. They knew that he was looking for a 5-year, a 6-year deal. They knew that there was a lot of interest in him. So for them, let's say they offered like a 3 or 4-year deal, I don't think that they would have done that. I just don't see that as a realistic thing there because they knew what he was asking for. And they've met with him. They knew what it was going to take to get it done. So maybe they weren't as interested in him as we thought. Maybe they took the meeting and maybe we put too much into Preller's history of bringing people over from the Nippon Professional Baseball League. You know, Suarez and Martinez, right? I think Darvish used to pitch there. So maybe we were, you know, putting too much stock into that. I don't know. There are probably some other reasons that you might put in the chat right now about why the Padres did not get Senga.